Today's show, we're going to talk about, are you more romantic on vacation? We'll also talk about some prom dresses and the popular colors. And Terry and I went on a dog rescue. That's next.
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
And we are happy to have you along our little podcasting journey. Hi, Terry.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Everything. Yeah, everything. Yeah, we've just been through, we just got, before we start, the reason we're talking about, well, the reason I brought up romantic, I saw this, Terry and I just went on our 40th wedding anniversary vacation. And we haven't been on vacation together by ourselves
we were
for 40 years, right?
Well, we went for that trip to the Bahamas after your dad died.
Yes, but we went with kids.
With the kids.
Yes.
Then we left the kids with Mom for 3 or 5 days, whatever the trip was.
Yeah.
Did we go to Disney that trip too?
I don't know. Did we?
We drove down.
Seems like a lot to do.
I can't remember what all we did, but we left the kids with Mom and we went on a little getaway for a few days.
Yeah.
And then that's the only time we've ever been alone on a trip.
So what happened was last year, our rental that we usually take, our timeshare, couldn't accommodate us. And so we ended up having to go somewhere else. And so they said we'd get another week. And I wasn't thinking that April 20th was going to be Easter. So yes, this is a little bit ahead. We're in May now, but that's why we're going to be talking about prom dresses and everything. And summer coming. We're looking forward to opening that pool. And hopefully next time we talk, it'll at least be uncovered.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I don't know. Anyway, so we go on vacation and it's Easter Sunday. It's kind of weird.
It was weird traveling on Easter Sunday and stuff.
Yeah, I just felt weird even being on the beach, kind of.
Well, the beach wasn't crowded, which was nice.
Oh, no, it was real nice. Weather was decent. We went to the Outer Banks.
And we went, the day we were in Hatteras, the water was warm. I wish we would have stayed around the place Monday and Tuesday, went to Ocracoke.
Yes.
Because I think the water would have been nice enough to get in.
I definitely agree with that. We kept watching the weather and
they kept saying rain,
and then it didn't rain.
Yeah.
But anyway, and I think you would have found even better. We found some nice shells, but
not very many though. Not like we did in Florida. In Florida, we filled up 3 or 4 jars.
Yeah, that's true. It's a little different down there, I guess. But so that was our first vacation in a long time by ourselves. We didn't really get a weekend, but because we've had some other issues that have arisen, unfortunately. But it was nice.
We got a good 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So we've still not completed a whole week by ourselves ever since we got married.
No. Yeah, and the weather, well, the last day we were there, Thursday, boy, I was wrapped in a towel because that wind was wicked coming through, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was too cold, so we came home early.
Yeah, although it was supposed to warm up, I think, on Friday. But it was in the 70s for the most part.
No, you said it was only 2 more degrees in the wind. If the wind was that bad, we weren't going to be on the beach anyhow. So.
Yeah, that's true. But early in the week was pretty good. We were on the beach at least 3 or 4 days. So.
Yeah, we were.
So that's not bad for late April. So that's not too bad. And so anyway, we go on vacation, and I saw this story about married people and how 65% of people feel like they're more romantic on a vacation than just, their regular.
What do they mean by romantic?
Well, it says here a survey of examining the romantic rituals of married people found that 82% believe on a romantic vacation with their partner can reignite the spark. Now, I think it depends. Obviously, you would go by yourself to reignite a spark.
Yeah, but
you wouldn't be able to take
the kids,
your small kids.
But I don't know, just getting away from people, you might just think about each other instead of thinking
I think
about
that's the key,
else.
right?
But but
it worked to a certain extent, but it didn't work.
Way
Is
to
that
come
fair to
back
say?
life, yeah.
because you come back and your grass is knee high, and then all the work things that you go away, and it's nice. That first 2 days, I would say 3 days, I didn't really think too much about what I was going back to. It was it was a nice pace. Don't you think we had a nice pace going? We decided we wanted to do shopping, or we want to do this or that.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
I mean, yeah, we just kind of did what we wanted, which was nice.
Yeah.
Usually we're going around everyone else's schedules.
Well, yeah, you're thinking about trying to make sure everybody's on, what do we want to do?
I would like to go back with the grandkids in July, but I don't know if anyone's planning on going. I know Nathan and Alexis can't go, and I know Sarah and Zach are not planning on going, I don't think.
And we'll be getting in knee deep into a wedding by them, because they are getting married. And we'll have to have them on after they're married. Before and after. We should do a before and after. Although those two get along pretty good. So
I don't know. We haven't seen them since they got engaged, really.
Yeah, we saw them because we did a dog rescue.
We see.
We
them
did a dog
for
rescue
them to pick the dog up from us, but we haven't really seen them. I mean, we have not ate a meal with them, or except at your mother's little holiday things. We really haven't seen them.
No, but we did do a dog rescue. We got in. This huge storm came through, and I was outside,
and I figured they were home, and they weren't.
Cooking pork chops,
and
knowing
they
that
called us right as it started pouring rain, and the wind was blowing.
I just made it with the pork chops that close,
soaking wet to the bone, and he was running back and forth. Yeah, so we had to go rescue him from the storm, and there were power outages and everything.
Trees down everywhere, and I've never. Usually I stay in. We just started eating because I just finished the pork chops, and I thought, am I going to make it? This is getting darker and darker, and the wind was really picking up.
On our way over there, it was pouring down. You couldn't even see. You had to stop a couple times.
I'm not going to lie. I probably should have had a diaper on just in case.
Really?
I was a little bit nervous.
It was bad.
With that wind, the way it was blowing around.
We were wondering if the dog would even be in the yard.
Yeah, I thought the dog would be so scared he'd probably try and take off, is what I was thinking. But anyway, so we did a dog rescue, and he was fine, licking Terry.
Oh, he was happy to see us. He jumped in the car.
Licking and sniffing, doing his thing.
Yeah, and he was all over. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you.
How's that go again? That's pretty good. 50. All right, let's get back to romantic after that. That was pretty good.
After the dog licking me all over, yeah.
56% claim that a trip with their significant other did rekindle the relationship. Sometimes you just need that to unplug. Is that a good?
Yeah.
That's a good word. Just unplug from everything.
Although a lot of people nowadays would take all their electronics and plug in.
Well, we took everything but the house. I mean, if we had to.
We took a lot.
It took a lot for two people.
I would have liked it, and then we came home early, so we didn't use half of it. So.
That's true. We didn't. We didn't use half of it. 57% said they feel more connected while they're on vacation. Do you feel that way, or do you feel like
I didn't this time?
You didn't feel like I was connected with you?
No, I didn't feel connected because I had too much going on.
There is a lot going on. Do we want to talk? Do we want to?
I mean,
Unfortunately, Terry had gone on vacation the week before.
2 weeks.
2 weeks before we left. So she went on vacation, come home. We're supposed to go on vacation again. Unfortunately, what you want to tell?
While we were on first vacation, took my mother to see her sisters down in Florida. And my mother had a stroke. So I came home without my mother and my sister. So they were still in Florida while we were on our
and that whole week was still kind of, we were juggling whether we wanted to do it or not.
And they didn't know, and then they didn't know when they were coming home. They ended up flying home the Thursday we were gone.
Correct.
We ended up getting up and driving the next morning, Friday, and coming home anyhow.
So there was a lot of, do we go?
Do we
not go?
Yeah.
But I felt like we had some
but the
nice
weather,
time
the forecast was good for the first few days. So we took off on Easter Sunday because we had your Easter with your mom on Saturday. So all the kids were going to all their in-laws or whatever anyhow. So we thought, well, we'll go down for Sunday, Monday. We knew she wasn't getting out by Tuesday. And then Tuesday, they're talking about letting her go on Friday. And then she couldn't find a flight straight through for, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Right.
And so the only flight was Thursday. So she signed her out early and brought her home Thursday for a straight through flight. So
there was always a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Because what do? Do you stay down there? Do you come home? She ended up coming home with your friend, and which was good. I'm glad you did. But at the same time, your mind would always be on your
but
mother.
I mean, there was no place I would have had to.
True, there's no place
get a
to
hotel
sleep.
room.
Yes, yeah.
I wasn't on the car rental, so I would have had to either rent a car or been at my mercy of my
Or walk it.
family. Well, yeah, if I
You had to
could
walk
find
it.
out. I'm trying to think if there was a hotel right out there. I didn't look. No, I don't think there was. It was a couple miles away. So.
But we can say that she's doing
Wow,
she's doing well.
Very good. Yeah.
And she's got movement. I'm amazed that she is 87 years old. God bless her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's doing.
Wow,
I think she's doing well for what she went through.
Her strength is.
It was a
there.
carotid artery.
Yeah, she has and we have to decide whether to have that fixed.
So there's a lot going on. So that was
They
all
wanted
going
to
on.
Keep her down there,
Yes,
and have that done. The surgeon was recommending that be done, but that increases your stroke risk again.
Right.
Plus, then if there's any problems, my sister would have been down there alone with her, and she didn't want surgery. So we just get her well enough to get home, and then we'll deal with
whatever
people
comes
say.
afterwards.
Yeah, so we have a neurology appointment this month. We have we have all kinds of appointments this month to see what other doctors say about all her tests and stuff.
So I don't know if I would recommend, if you have somebody that's not
Feeling quite well.
I don't know if I would recommend. I mean, we did
Travel.
okay, right?
Yeah, I mean,
We did all right.
we actually got good care, considering my
Mhm.
sister didn't want to take her because my brother and his wife were in a car accident
And it wasn't
2 weeks prior to ours. 3 weeks.
Three, yeah.
4 weeks prior to ours.
right.
And they got horrible care down there.
Yeah.
Now, they were a good hour or two above where we were, but
Doesn't matter where you are. If you got to go, you got to go. That's where you were tied to. So wherever you're at, doesn't matter whether you think it's.
She called. My cousin works for medical billing, and
I
she
understand,
told her
but-
where to go for a stroke.
I understand that, but regardless of the situation, you're kind of in. If you hadn't had that, you're in the mercy of whatever's
Whatever
whatever's
facility
available,
you go to, yeah.
and you hope for the best.
Yeah.
But it was good care, so
Yeah.
it all
It
worked
was
out,
excellent
and
care. The best hospital was 11 minutes away from our cottage. So
yeah. So I mean, there you go. Okay, so anyway, getting back to romantic, 57% feel they're more connected with their partner while on vacation than at home, as far as their partners are 50% more affectionate on a trip versus everyday life.
50% more affectionate?
Are more affectionate.
I think, yeah, but we're pretty affectionate anyhow.
I'm always touchy grabby. I mean,
You're
know
always
that.
touchy grabby, but then you kiss me goodbye and stuff like that anyhow. So it's not like.
But that's not really.
We
is that
don't.
what you
If
consider
we do that every
romantic?
day. Well, yeah, because I don't think all couples even think about that. I don't know.
Well, I always think you want the last.
I don't know. We
to
don't
be a-
have kids at home all the time, so we actually go lay down together and cuddle now. Where when the kids were home, one of us was. When they were little, one of us was laying down trying to get them to stay in bed so they go to sleep.
We were doing
know?
well, it's funny because when the
Until
grandkids
they got older.
grandkids came over to stay overnight because they didn't have any power,
Yeah.
and I
We
needed to
ended
go to
up-
work the next day, and then poor Terry is Beckett's all over the bed.
Oh, Beckett.
He is all
Beckett
over the
uses
place.
a queen size bed like it's got rails on it. It's he was all over
oh
that.
my
He smacked his
gosh.
head on the wall twice. I'm above the pillow. There's a pillow.
And he still hit the
And
wall.
yeah, and he would go up on and then he would try to go even further over. I'm like, that's a wall.
So needless to say, she didn't get a lot of sleep, did you?
No, I did go in and out, but then I
She
ended
slept
up
with the kids.
sleeping on the bottom of the bed so he wouldn't go off the end.
But anyway, so she did that while I tried to get some sleep, but kids were good overall.
Not only that, every
good.
time he doesn't see me, he comes and gets me. If he wakes up and doesn't see me,
Yeah,
he comes up.
he's going to come get you anyway. That's true. So
he's my boy. Ben might be yours, but Beckett.
Yeah, although I know Beckett's getting a little. He's starting to look for me now. Yeah,
it's funny.
From increased hand holding to cuddling more often.
I'm
the
trying
survey.
To think. When we walked on the beach, did we hold hands?
No, we didn't walk on the beach as much as because in the evening
we did a little bit. We went one evening.
We didn't hold hands.
Beach,
I wish we had, but we didn't.
Day.
No.
Yeah, but yeah.
It was a nice walk, though.
But we had a nice walk.
Walked and talked and.
We walked to the drugstore and then.
We only did that once too, because then it rained the one morning.
Yeah, and then
But we do that even with the kids, and
then we
try to get up
a lot.
And we shopped.
We didn't hold hands while we shopped.
No,
we're just not romantic.
I guess that the holding hands thing wasn't.
Just wasn't there.
No, it wasn't there. We did cuddle, although that king. I have to admit, the king size bed that's a nice size bed.
Comfortable, yeah. What?
You had your space, I had my space.
You fell off of it.
I did fall off the bed.
I can't believe that. I woke up, boom, you fell off the bed. And I was like, this is bigger than ours at home. And you're just
I did fall. I thought I had a little more room.
You had the whole bed and you fell. I couldn't believe it.
The next thing I know, boom, I'm on the floor.
I could not believe you fell off
as I needed to pee. As my second pee anyway. And I thought I needed one more roll. I didn't have one more roll because I think
you hit the dresser
as big as
didn't you?
No, I just hit the floor.
It's a wonder you didn't hurt yourself.
I forgot I fell out of bed. Yeah, figures you'd remember that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So anyway, more cuddling. They also said there was a notable rise in PDA, which is what? Participants' day-to-day routine? What's PDA? Doesn't say. PDA. What is? I don't know.
Up on our abbreviations.
So they also asked what some of the romantic activities were. Watching the sunset together topped the list. And that was followed by exploring a new place.
We wanted to see the sunrise, but it was so cloudy, it wasn't good, was it?
Yeah, holding hands. Man, holding hands on a long walk, and we didn't do that. I'm sorry. Now I feel like I let you down. Like I probably did. So here's some of the other things that people feel that are romantic things to do. Ready? Yeah. Now, we already said watching the sunsets. We know that's number one. Exploring a new place together is number two.
Which
we did do Manteo, but we knew kind of Manteo, but not by ourselves.
Yeah, and there was a couple things I think we saw that we
hadn't seen before.
And Hatteras was new to us. We'd never been there together.
No,
right
we found a really neat. You park, and then it was like you cross the street, and there's a little dune, and boom, you're right on the beach. Didn't have that long walk. It was that was nice, and there was nobody on the beach.
Yeah,
so you could have laid nude if you wanted.
Yep.
Taking a long walk while holding hands is number three.
Now, we did take a walk that day on Hatteras Beach, too, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah. Yes. And then we had taken one. We went to the beach Sunday and took a walk after that Sunday night. And we did Monday night, too, I believe. Right?
Yeah, I think we did a couple of nights.
But you're right. Tuesday would have been the better day to hit the ferry boat.
Yeah, because it was supposed to rain, and then it never did, so.
No. Sharing a slow breakfast or coffee on a balcony. Well, we did have breakfast. We didn't have coffee. We don't drink coffee. We had our smoothie. Is that the same?
We had our smoothies.
I
forgot to put spinach in it one morning.
Yep. No spinach.
I had tea. I had lemon ginger tea.
And then going on a scenic excursion, which is kind of what
that would
Manteo
be
was nice.
Yeah.
Staying in bed all morning with no agenda. We didn't do that.
No, because I got up at 2 a.m. and said, I feel like driving.
Yeah.
And we threw everything in the car and drove home.
Napping together. We didn't nap. You fell asleep on the beach.
We might have done that if we'd have stayed the whole week, but I don't know. It just depends on the weather too.
Taking silly or romantic photos together in a picturesque spot.
Did we even take any?
We did,
took
but
a selfie. Didn't
you
we,
tried to take one with the lighthouse.
With the lighthouse behind us in Manteo, and it didn't turn out.
It didn't turn out very good. No. Cooking a meal together in a rental or over a campfire. We did cook.
We did cook. We cooked
turkey,
smoked turkey.
Yes.
Oh, it was wonderful. And we had mashed potatoes and corn.
So you want to start a podcast, maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun, and I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. Now, it is a lot of fun, just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great-looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. Couples, we already said couples cooking a meal together.
I shouldn't have answered that.
Getting couples massages or a spa treatment would have been nice, I guess. Although I'd rather get a massage from you, to be honest. If you know what I mean. Yeah. You know, you can do it a lot.
Hoping it leads to something more.
Yes, that's the idea.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So anyway, try to be more romantic on vacation. And then there are 6 valuable questions to deepen your relationship. So if you want to kind of deepen your relationship,
with them, baby.
There are 6 questions to deepen any relationship, according to Maya. I don't know how to say her last name. Rakora? I don't know. Anyway, what's something I could be doing better in this relationship? So I think the number one thing would be communication. It's always communication. Let's be honest. So wouldn't you agree that that's number one? For me, I don't know.
Yeah. I think that we all need to communicate better. I'm sure there's something else I should be doing too.
When was the last time you felt, seen, heard by me, and why? When was the last time you felt, seen, or heard by me, and why? What does that mean?
I don't understand that.
When was the last time you felt? Oh, you felt seen. You felt seen. You felt heard. And you felt, what was the other one? Oh, yeah. So first it's, when was the last time you felt seen?
Oh, you see me all the time. You prefer naked.
I do. I like naked. I like sleeping naked, and I like you naked, skin on skin, baby. That's skin, the idea.
Okay.
That's
heard.
That's supposed to.
But I feel like You don't hear me most of the time.
What did you
I
say?
always
I
say,
missed
I'm
what you
talking
said.
to the walls.
Huh?
Talking to the walls.
I think I'm
talking to the
doing better.
walls.
I think I'm getting better. No?
I don't
Well, it's
know.
hard when you're in the bathroom and I'm in the living room.
Yeah.
It's hard to be heard when you know.
When I start, when I hear you right there, and then
I'm not
I start
right there,
talking, and
though.
you've already left.
Yeah, I'm not
It's-
right
yeah.
right there. Okay.
You're all over.
So it's
the
been a
place.
while since you've been seen. No, you've been seen.
Oh, I'm especially if I ran to the bathroom to go pee.
I'm not
and
talking about that kind of scene.
Have nothing on you. You're there.
It's
you
not that
see
kind
it
of
every
scene.
time.
Okay. Since you first met me, how have I changed?
We both got old.
Well, besides the old and wrinkly,
How have we
and
changed? I don't know.
you have nothing. I haven't really changed then since I was 20 years old. We got
You're
married.
more confident, I think. You're more confident in things around the house. You're more confident.
I don't know about that, but I'm trying. I think you're in a way I risk things more than I
More
would
than
have.
you, yeah.
That's true. Although as I'm getting
You try
older,
things.
I'd rather pay somebody to do it,
I know.
which is not a good thing. But it's if I want it done right.
If you count your knees on it.
Oh my gosh, the grandkids.
Kids on the knees. Okay.
What is something you're afraid to tell me and why?
What is something I'm afraid to tell you? And why?
I tell you everything.
I don't think I'm afraid to tell you anything.
Is there anything in your past that you
I
hadn't
think you
told
know
me?
it all.
Yeah, I mean, you've told everything.
We've told everything, I think.
You know, we don't really hide anything.
No.
You know, I mean, we let it all hang out, if you will. Don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
These are questions you can ask your significant other. What is something you see in me that I don't see in myself? So I was trying to think of something that I see in you that I don't see in yourself. So I think you're a lot more confident. I think this whole thing, this video thing, I think you were a little bit hesitant.
With the videos, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't like being, yawning.
I mean, you don't like to be taped when we're doing things.
You're so sick.
No, I'm just, when I'm saying.
You think everything, yeah. I have to make you.
No,
make
I'm
me
saying.
chuckle. You make me chuckle still.
But I'm saying, though, that you weren't sure how this was going to.
I see in you that I don't think you see in yourself. The confidence, probably. Especially just,
Yeah, I think I do think I'm getting there, but maybe not as much as, you're saying it, and I feel like at times I'll take chances.
yeah.
But I'm always nervous about doing, like if
Things.
someone asks me to do something and I'm not sure about it, it kind of makes me a little nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but.
You know. Finally.
You've stepped out of your comfort zone.
Yes, you got to step
more
out of
than you used
the
to.
box,
Yeah.
if you will. What is something you have taught me, and how have I used it in my life? I'm trying to think. Is there something you've taught me?
Yes.
Oh
no, we kind of grew up together. So
we really did. We got married. I was 20. You were 21. I was 19 when I got married.
What was it? You've taught me and what? And I've used.
And I'm using it.
How to cope with everyday life.
I know. Ain't that the truth?
We've had a lot of lessons in life.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We have had.
Coping with family and each other's family.
Right.
And death and
Yeah.
And health and death. And,
Right.
Yeah, and just.
So it's, let's just move on.
Okay.
I think we've learned. Did we learn anything? Did we get any deeper? Did we get
know.
deep into this thing?
Know.
I don't feel like we really got very deep.
Deep people.
We're not. I don't think we are as deep as.
Oh my God.
I mean, I understand the questions like when have you last been seen and heard. I understand the heard part. I do. A lot of women feel like are not heard.
Yeah.
And I get it. A man's brain only works for like so many seconds, and then you kind of lose them. I know that because I think I'm a man. I used to be one. I don't know. Whenever Terry gives me my balls out of her purse, then I feel like a man. Is that how?
That's what we've said about different people. Get your
balls out of your wife's purse and grow a pair. Grow an extra pair. Terry, what's these are the top dresses by suit colors, by state. Now I don't have all the
By
states.
suit colors?
Like no, it's like the top dress and suit colors. These are like suit and so when we went to the prom, you had the pink dress on.
Yes, I had a pink dress.
You had the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
You had the big fluffy hair.
Perms.
The old perm there. I had a
Perms were in
gray,
style.
a light. No. What did I have on? I'm thinking of my wedding. The wedding.
Gray suit.
I had a gray suit for the
you
wedding.
had a white suit for the wedding.
Or yeah,
Everyone else
white.
wore gray.
And the guys had gray. I had a white. I did. I have a
you
white.
might have wore gray.
I think it was gray for the prom. So yeah, with the prom coming up, Google Trends has maps on top of prom dress and suit colors in every state. The most popular color in half the country. You want to guess what it might be? For dresses, this is for dresses. The most popular color in half the country is what color? Any idea? Just pick a color, Terry. Doesn't have to. You don't have to be right. You're not going to win a prize you're not going to lose anything.
I would say I don't know. I have two colors came to mind: red.
No.
And I got like a bright pink.
No. It's blue.
Blue.
Including California, New York, Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania,
Blue.
Illinois, and Tennessee. Black dresses are popular in 4 states. Red dresses are number 1 in 4 others, and a few others prefer green, gray, pink, or yellow. Black dress, I mean, I understand the black because it's supposed to be slimming.
Yeah, well,
but
everyone owns a little black dress for
cocktails.
For if you have, hot date.
Now for suits, most states have a different color for suits, except for Maine, where the top color for both suits and dresses is red. A red suit?
A red suit. That's ugly.
That seems odd. A red suit.
And your reds don't always match.
Which would be a bold pairing. It would be bold.
The reds don't always match, do they? Maine is red?
Maine likes red dresses and red. That would be like a Carrie movie. For suits, black, gray, silver, white are top picks in almost half the country. But there are a lot of popular colors. I could see gray, black for suits for the prom.
Light gray will go with almost any color, and then you just put the cummerbund or whatever in lavender and pink
right,
and whatever color there were, even blue. I mean,
and navy blue is number 1 in 7 states for a suit. Light blue is most popular in 6 states. Red is number 1 in 6 states too. I can't believe red. Purple suits
a red suit.
are preferred in 5 states and green in 1, but it doesn't say what states. So I just thought that was odd. That purple suit. Okay. I was thinking when they said it, I was thinking of the suits from Dumb and Dumber, because he had an orange suit and he had
was the other
light blue, light blue, I think.
Blue.
And they came in with the canes and the top hats and hitting each other with the canes. That's what I think of. Maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't
so
know.
Anyway, that's all I got. Well, I have more, but you know what? I feel like we were so deep
with the interruption.
We did have a little, we cut that all out, but we did have a little interruption. So, but that's okay. It's all good. I kept my cool. Rigby's coming back. He's going to spend the night.
The rescued dog.
There's a lot of blocking going on in my life, if you know what I mean. A lot of blocking. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Thanks so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Every Monday, we have a new episode. I should have you start saying subscribe, because maybe people would listen.
Well,
if you say.
And I'm not good at subscribing. You know why? Because a lot of subscriptions, then you have a monthly subscription
There
price.
is no monthly subscription.
But I just got something from a website, and I think it's going to have a monthly subscription price now. So I have to go in and stop my subscription.
This is YouTube. This is how, if you hit the like button, which is going to be right in here. Yeah, right there. Or you could actually subscribe, like, and share the video. We'd appreciate that. Subscribing really helps us. It helps grow the channel and bring us out to more people. So I would really appreciate it if you would
subscribe.
And also, you can follow us on Facebook or X. And is there anything else I missed?
I don't think so.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. We're out.
Have a great week.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.